Well, blessed morning, friends and folks. It is July 31st, last day of July. Before we get into August, school's right around the corner for the kids already. So scrambling around and go and get school clothes and supplies and this and that. But with no further ado, let's dive right into today's lesson, Boatman's book here. We have an anonymous quote from Anonymous, duh. God tries our faith so that we may try his faithfulness. And the title of this is Punishment or Love. We have a scripture from Job 37:13. He brings the clouds to punish men, or to water his earth and show his love. Never thought of that. Inward, Elihu's observation in Job 37:13 is perceptive. The clouds God brings into our lives could be judgment. They could also be mercy. Either way, our focus during trials needs to be less about God's intent than our response. Often, God's actions have diverse effects on people. His presence can be soothing for one and extremely uncomfortable for another. Depending on the prior relationship, his blessings can prompt the gratitude of one or cultivate the corruption of another. Again, it all depends on the prior relationship we have with our Creator. So it is with our trials. In some people, trials illustrate that their worship is genuine and draw them deeper into God. In others, trials drive them away. They will have nothing to do with the God who lets them suffer. In adversity, the middle ground of indifference is taken away. When World War II ended, some people walked away from concentration camps with deeper faith and some walked away with none. What was the difference? Their prior relationship with God probably had something to do with it. The adversity only highlighted the difference between the genuine and the false. It removed the illusion of lukewarm faith, driving people either to hot or cold extremes. Indeed, the conclusion. God will bring clouds into your life. Perhaps they are hovering now. Will they be your punishment, or will they refresh you and show you his love? The answer may be less a matter of his intent than of your response. It all depends on how you choose to see them. Let the clouds of adversity drive you into God's presence. Let them stir a passion in your heart to know him more deeply and to worship him more authentically. Do not flee from them. Let them linger long enough to see his mercy fall from heaven in the end. This reminds me of the scripture. What does it say? He's a pillar of fire by night and a cloud by day. And the Israelites followed it. But yeah, clouds can be one thing. Clouds punish. I never really thought about, when things are cloudy, you can't see. Let's take me, for instance, yesterday. This car has been dying, man. Ever since I buried my niece Hillary, the car died right before the funeral. And then, thanks to some Choctaw beauty over at Motel 6, she come out, she say Monday, I got to jump off of her. Amy, what is her name, by the way? And then, I'll be second funeral, which was this Kawa beauty. And when we were going to go to Ashley's service, once again the car, I needed to jump. But thank the Lord, I have great neighbors over there on 17th Street. They gave me a jump. And then yesterday I had the full intention of going to swim with my girls after service. Mindy was having a really good swim party at the Carnegie Pool, and I've been wanting to jump in them waters. The waters look so great and soothing. Looks like they take great care of their pool. But I was like, I'm going to go to Anadarko. I'll go to Anadarko, and with the full expectation, I'm going to change my battery out and everything will be good. It didn't happen like that. I guarantee you when I take this over here to the Lawton Ghetto Mart, they'll switch it out. Well, not a problem. So I was frustrated, man. I went out, and then my Anthony Hayton let me borrow his little tool here. What is this, 9/16, 5/15? Well, anyways, this is what I used to get the battery off. I dropped it and it was stuck in the motor. I was frustrated, man. I was getting overwhelmed. I'm not a very mechanical person, but I can put a battery back on. And then I seen through my flesh, man, and I was clouded with anger. I was clouded with disappointment and disgust. And I'm like, man, Lord, and finally, after being frustrated for far too long, I was like, Lord, what am I doing? I give this small matter to you. Help me, Lord. Help me to get this battery on. So I grabbed a pipe and I stuck it, because I got end and hood. I used one pipe to keep the hood in the air, and I used the other pipe to knock this thing free on the ground. And then I used a pipe to move it so I could get it, so I didn't have to bend over. I'm kind of an old man these days. And I grabbed this. And then the hard part was sliding the battery in there. Man, it wouldn't go. It would not go, and it was frustrating me, and I prayed more. And then it slid. I didn't really do anything different except for pray. That's how powerful prayer is. Once the cloud of anger was moved aside, I started it up and I made it back to Carnegie at 9 o'clock. The pool party was over with, but, looked like my girls were disappointed. But, the cars were running. Is the important thing. And I haven't had a problem starting it up. I mean, let's see. Let's do it right now. Killed it. Let it cycle. And fires right up. Maybe it was my connection. I don't know. But more importantly than that battery to this car, we need to have a connection to the Lord that sees through the clouds. Be blessed in your iron journey. A little bit longer of a message, but it's all right.